Hey guys, I'm back in the park. I'm sitting at the picnic bench this time because that'll be a nice change. Do you want to have a look around? Mm, that that thing is a chess bench out of concrete, but in the design of a tree stump. Why? Play chess 3 times here. Um, some people behind me enjoying the park while getting bitten by mosquitoes, like badly. Um, so today I wanted to talk about. I call it the transformation. The transformation. I think people go through the transformation at different points in their life. Sometimes very young, sometimes a bit older, and sometimes maybe not at all. And what do I mean by the transformation? The transformation is is when you start being able to do stuff for yourself, regardless of your fear. So, I swung between both. There are many times in my life where I've been paralyzed by fear or just by not knowing, and I just wallowed in my self pity and didn't do stuff for months, maybe years. And then there are other times in my life where I've had high agency and I've been able to like strategize, study, move to Norway, learn programming, whatever. But I think for some people, but I think a lot of the issues between people is when they can't relate to the other side. So I'll give you an example. I think for someone who's had to do stuff very early on in their life, let's say one of my friends, she, is usually a she because this thing's gendered, like most things. She came from a very small town, not many opportunities, and made her way out of there, got scholarships, went to prestigious universities. Not to say that's the only right path in life, but it's more like how did she navigate from an unfavorable position to something that is more favorable for her life. And I think when you start to do that at a very young age, there is fear, but your desperation is larger than your fear. So you kind of just do it. And once that becomes part of you, you become just really good at doing stuff. Fear will still exist, anxiety will still exist, but you're more able to put it aside because you have more faith in yourself executing on doing things. Contrasted with I think a lot of guys fall into this trap. An example from a TV show I've seen is called Insecure. Thank you, Mavintu. The first season, well, the first few episodes of the first season is about Issa and Lawrence, and they were college sweethearts. And Lawrence was kind of like a couch potato. He watched a lot of TV and was working on his app, like me. And Issa was just making moves. And I think it's quite complex the reasons why Lawrence became stuck in a certain situation. But I think it happens to a lot of people. And when you have people who are just they had the transformation so early in their lives that they're not actually cognizant or like aware of how they're different to the norm, but they're like so good at doing stuff that when they see someone like Lauren sitting on the couch, they don't relate and they don't understand, and the fights happen. And this can be between lovers and friends. I think one common attribute I've seen of people who become stuck in life is that they're very prone to counting themselves out and making excuses. So like when a well-meaning friend is like, okay, why don't you do X, Y, or Z? They're like, no, because this, or nah, and then it's kind of just like, instead of entertaining the possibilities, they shut them off due to a fear of failure. Um, and it's very painful to watch, to see someone stagnate. But I've been there, and I think it was because I kind of knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how to articulate it. I didn't think it would be respected or understood. Um, I didn't think anyone would, at least in my family, understand why I would move to Norway. Um, and definitely no one in Brown or whatever, or Imperial, these fancy colleges that I went to, no one understood it. So it's almost like I had to keep this dream a secret. Um, but I was lucky. I at least had a dream. A lot of people um, become so disillusioned that they aren't even able to articulate a dream or like a better scenario for themselves, and it's very tough um, to see that. So I think the transformation can come from desperation, like many people have. But what may motivate those whose desperation doesn't work for them, that they're able, the threshold for misery and is so high because they've actually given up. I would say the antidote is probably hope. A lot of people become good at doing stuff to run away from a nightmare, to run away from a bad situation, which is fair. But I think there may be others who will be able to transform into the person that they could be through dreaming, through sharing the idea of hope. Uh, we can either run away from nightmares, which is effective, or we can slowly move towards a better place. Yeah, I think that's it. Um, Here's Tim from Malaysia getting eaten alive, and signing out. Hope you have a good weekend, and it's almost the end of the year. Miss you guys. Peace.